Hi Capricorn, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. I hope you're doing well, and I do want to thank you for joining me. And as well, do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But do remember your other placements within your chart for more messages. Check them out after this reading. Let's do some shuffling and pull from the Queen of the Moon. Is that what it's called? Yep, Queen of the Moon Oracle. Bear with me. Okay, this is simplicity about your energy in the next 48 is what I'm getting. For Capricorn. I'll keep in mind this is meant to pertain to the following 48 hours for you starting around when you were guided or drawn to this reading, not just following when I post it. Okay. I feel like you're reassessing in certain ways in the next 48 hours for whatever reason. There's a glow about you, but you just don't feel up to it in certain ways. Whether that more so goes for your work and it goes for certain connections, certain weird occurrences taking place. I sense that it could feel very off in certain ways due to your spirituality, due to certain past occurrences taking place, rolling around in your mind, the energy in the air in a situation. Regardless, we have growth and the masculine card coming out. Feeling very in touch with your masculine side in the next 48 hours. Thinking about other people's masculinity and lack thereof which. Interesting. Attraction coming into play, people's physical appearance. You could be very much attracted to somebody for their masculinity, wanting someone to be different, okay, or wanting to adjust somebody's way of being, or thinking about your own physical appearance, but I need to more so focus on your energy at times, okay? I feel more relaxed in your energy in comparison to the past two readings I did. But it's not to speak negatively upon them. I just feel like it's like there are moments when you're not fully caring, right? Or just don't have a lot to give. And so it's playing into your overall energy. Does that make sense? Where it's like, I don't have a lot to give, so I'm just not going to, or I'm just going to just relax in my approach to this, or just, yeah, I feel like there could be a potential for you to ghost somebody in the next 48 hours, or just not feeling up to it, or not feeling responsible to respond, or feel like it's the right choice. Very interesting reading thus far, but you're growing throughout the next 48 hours. There's a need to recognize that you should feel motivated and want to put in the effort in certain ways, or in a lot of ways. I'm hearing don't make oneself nervous, but you do need to also recognize the beauty of how calm, cool, and collected you feel for the most part in the next 48 hours. There's something to recognize and remember when it comes to your approach to people, places, and situations, and what you feel needs to or should be successful for oneself, okay? That is coming through quite strongly. Is a situation that's blossoming, okay, and it's making you quite giddy or proud. I feel like it could be a connection, it could be a business, a job, it could be something you gave birth to recently. There's a focus on angelic music, okay, guided to say the least. Now, I do feel like there is a little bit of emotion that's stemming from you. Why is that? Why is that? You miss somebody, or you miss a situation from the past. Do recognize when we're speaking to you, because there's something important you need to hear. Yeah, remember, did I say reevaluating in the beginning? Or just reassessing? But I feel like you're being pushed to notice, right? To look afar is what I'm hearing, to look afar. You'll know when you know. You'll know when you know. There's going to be a moment where you're assessing something or you're observing something and it just clicks. And it's like, aha, now I know, okay? Or it just reminds you that that's the person or the situation for you, or that it's right for somebody else. Yeah, I'm getting a 9 of Wands vibe, okay? 9 of Wands. The spiritual meaning of 9 coming into play, but I do feel like you just are a bit burnt out. Potentially a little bit prepared to be defensive in certain ways when it comes to certain people, a situation, but there's no need to be. Do recognize if you find your leg or legs moving up and down, that's a sign of anxiety, and I need to recognize that. For the last one from this deck, I really do feel like there's a focus on children, holding hands, physical touch, right? A need to be grateful for the beautiful support, the connections in your life at this time. But there's a feeling that you're going to feel a bit alone at certain points in the next 48 hours, but is that partially because you're not participating in conversations? Is it partially because you're being picky? Is it more so because you just desire a new level of connecting, and the ones that you're connecting with, or how it's coming to be, isn't fully doing it for you at this point? I do sense that has a lot to do. It stems from the evidence that you are changing in a lot of ways, right? Your desires, your needs, your wants, that's changing as well. Okay, developing. You're becoming a more mature, a wiser version of yourself. Very interesting, as I got a notification from a Capricorn. Anyways, let's pull from the Kipper deck before we continue. 555 is what I just heard. Things are changing. Did not like the way I said that. Moving right along. Pathway. So yeah, there's a thought or multiple when it comes to your individual path, right? How that's changing and developing, how it's not meant to stay the same. Wow, I'm so sorry, as I didn't plug in the microphone. I'm so annoyed with myself right now. Bear with me. Hopefully you could hear all of that well. And now you're better if I could say it. There's going to be a message, okay, of concern for some, or just a message of annoyance. A message that you may, again, not feel the need to respond to, but might have to, or you just might. I'm getting a bit of passing messages along, right? Whether that's from spirit to other people, whether it's somebody messages you, you can just screenshot it or something of the sort. But I do feel like you're also thinking back to past moments like that, and your occupation in a specific community coming into play, okay? They're highlighting the fact that I said I'm so frustrated with myself. I'm so frustrated with myself. Don't be so hard on yourself, I feel I need to say, as the critical side of you, it just needs to be put to rest at certain points so you can be positive, optimistic, you know, so you can be the best version of yourself, right? Continue to feel at ease or get back to that way of being. Let's pull some tarot from the Light Seers deck for Capricorn. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Thoughts of where you don't fit in, okay? Abundance rolling on in to support the lifestyle that you deserve, whether that's monetary gain, attention once again. I feel like it could be more so levels of growth, success, going back to that growth card for your business, your job, you name it. I do sense that you're quite proud of somebody, if not multiple people in your life, okay? And I do feel like there's moments of giddiness. And I feel like, again, the next 48 hours are beyond focused or centered around the fact that you are evidently changing on a core level. Now, there's going to be another transformation that takes your focus at a certain point due to social media, due to the relevance of a conversation, or just something completely different outside of that where somebody else is transforming as well, where you don't fully get it. You may not want to fully get it, but it intrigues you, or it just takes your attention at a certain point. That transformation is 1000% different in comparison to yours. I feel like either your transformation is very spiritually evolved or involved, connected, or theirs is one or the other. Very interesting. Yeah, I just feel like there's a potential that you're overworked or just overdoing it in the past, and it's evident through your lack of energy or lack of resources, but do tread carefully when it comes to overthinking. We have the Temperance, the Fool, and the Chariot. There's going to be moments where you just want to hop in your, okay, I heard public transportation, or you want to hop in your car, or just get moving, get going. There's going to be that vibe. It may be a push from spirit due to the lack of energy, and that may help, or you just may need for some exercise. So you may be pushed to walk. But I do feel like for the majority, it's an actual mode of transportation where you're being pushed to get away from a situation for the time being, whether it was bad energy in that moment or just avoidance of a potential conversation you weren't meant to be wrapped up in at that time. But I feel like it's all stemmed to protect your patience, okay? Or stem from spirit wanting to protect your patience, right? I also feel like there's a desire to move towards a new beginning, okay? A new flow state is coming to be, and you'll recognize that where you're finding it easier to go with the flow in certain ways, but not in others. It's a process, right? To get to that full ability to just flow, and nobody's perfect. And I feel like at times you do want perfection, and that will come to be. And for some of you, you're being viewed as this main female, or you're thinking about a main female in a situation, and not feeling 100% trusting in the next 48 for whatever reason. Things just feel off. But when you're going through this bit of a death and rebirth sort of transformation, right, on a core level, and just even experiences highlight that other situations or one is transforming as well, and again, other people in your life, things do feel a little bit off, okay? And I really do feel like you're going to feel rewarded by the end of this 48-hour period, the number 33 coming into play. So do recognize and remember that everything's transforming as it's meant to, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the next 48, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Capricorn.